Hey, today is the day. The kitchen is done. It's behind me. Don't look. We'll have the grand reveal, but it was absolutely incredible. And I can't thank our good friends, Andy Langer, and just his whole family was just incredible. Andy had spent all this time. He saw Paul Akers' videos that we had done, and he just wanted to help. He felt like he could do this. So he's all the way in Wisconsin, and we're all the way here in Maine. And so he built out this whole kitchen, came with all the plans and everything, all virtually, and he did this seamlessly. Hey Andy, just wanted to send you a little update. So that counter's removed, the appliances have arrived. Woohoo! So we're getting there. But we went from this old doctor's office that was filled with filing cabinets and all sorts of stuff, to this. And it just absolutely blew my mind, and I just cannot thank Andy and his family enough for coming together and helping build this whole thing. And you know, again, they built it all from Wisconsin virtually, and then they brought out all the stuff that they had built ahead of time, and even our friends now at Brad Cairns, he had built all the cabinet doors, and it just was so cool to see all these people come together in a short amount of time to make something incredible happen. And you know, when we were first looking at this space, you know, we were getting so overwhelmed because you're like, well, how do you put a kitchen in? You know, what is it going to look like? And not having to tear down any walls or do anything. And Andy worked with the constraints and just used his creativity, and it just, the results are amazing. I think the coolest process about this whole thing was that, you know, I got to work alongside Andy, and he taught me so many tips and tricks and life skills that I never would have had the experience to do. So that was almost even more valuable than this whole thing, was just him actually passing down knowledge to me about how to do this kind of stuff, and just his vision and his creativity, and he was just such an awesome, creatively resourceful problem solver that it was just so fun to be around, and just his whole family was incredible. So cannot thank you guys enough for all of your effort and your heart for wanting to take part of this, and we made some new lifelong friends. And one last thing, again, another huge thank you to our good friend Paul Akers, owner of Fast Cap. Just without him, none of this would have happened. These were all different connections that they felt inspired because of him, that they wanted to help. So it's just so cool to, you know, please support this incredible company called Fast Cap, because we used a lot of their products throughout the build, and they're just awesome people, and they care, and they have big hearts. So that's the kind of company that you like to get behind. So thank you, Paul, for your help and your kindness and your generosity, and thank you, Andy, thank you, Bob, thank you to everyone that made this possible.
Are your face ready?
For those of you who don't know, my wife and I actually bought a pediatrician's office near the ocean of Maine, and we're transforming it not only into our home, but as a special place to serve families affected by pediatric cancer. Fortunately, since our last video, companies and individuals have been reaching out and wanting to help out in wonderful ways.